This is Mr. Drysdale, and I'm here to talk about our music productions program. So, why don't we start right with our website, and we'll just head on over to the Arts tab here. And if you hover down or hover on that tab and click on New IAP Applicants, that will take you to the page that will be our launch pad for anything audition related. Now, as we scroll down here, we're going to see all of the main links that are really important for you that have nothing to do with what I'm about to talk about, which is your audition instructions for music production. But I did want to point out that you will have access to all of the dates in this document here, all of those really important dates, and also all of the links for your application form, your link to the character reference that you're going to share with a teacher, the $45 application fee link. All of those things need to be done by January 11th. What I'm here to talk about is what you need to have done by January 24th. So this isn't due until after all of this other stuff gets put in. So I just wanted to highlight that before I get started. So there's also a couple of handy tips and tricks that I suggest you check out especially if you're recording a live performance. There is a sheet called Tips for Recording Your Audition. And this, just take a look at this, read it if you are interested in making yourself look and sound as good as possible given whatever recording circumstances you have at home. This was created by our paraprofessional sound engineer who comes and helps out with my songwriting course, my songwriting recording class. And he did a phenomenal job just highlighting some bullets that will help you in creating the best possible recording. So I suggest you check that out. The other thing that you have here is an application audition checklist, which you'll find very helpful. And this link here is for just learning about what your grade 9 year looks like in terms of which classes you have to take. So I'm going to scroll on past dance, drama. There's our music instrumental auditions and strings auditions, music vocal auditions, and here we've landed on music production. So this program is designed towards cultivating the skill set of a typical music producer. So they write and arrange and record and produce music. They can work in a recording studio. They can work as well in live music settings such as concerts, festivals, and live shows. Um, and to make it in the world of music production, you must have creativity, you must have drive, resilience, and you must be able to communicate effectively. Now, this is something that I would say is a program that is very, very good for the creative individual who loves music and loves making music, especially, but also likes collaborating with others because the collaboration aspect in this program is quite extensive. There's always multiple hands on the projects that come out of this school, and I just wanted to highlight that too, and I didn't put it on that sheet. So our format for your submission could be one of two things. That's your digital submission, which is due on the 24th. It could be an audio file, or it could be a video recording of your performance. The only way I will accept an audio file is if it's from a digital creation that you've made with software like GarageBand, FL Studio, Soundtrap, or BandLab, any program that you use to create music. If you're only able to generate an audio file from that, that is the one way that we'll accept audio files. If you're singing at all, then or playing an instrument, then you must video record that. That's really important you understand. Okay. And the other part about the audio file is if you're submitting an audio file, it's really important that you give us a screenshot or a photograph or some evidence of the work that you put into that audio file. Audio files cannot stand on their own. They must be accompanied by some evidence of your work on that file so that we're not just hearing something and guessing what we're listening to. So that's really important, okay? So that was one of the things you could submit as a 2 to 4 piece that you've composed on, could be notation software like Flat, something you've done with flat.io, or it could be something that you've done on one of those programs that I just mentioned. So video recording of an original song is also a great submission. If you have a piece that's 2 to 4 minutes that you made yourself and you wanted to perform it yourself, then by all means, then you can submit that. Just make sure it's a video recording and we can see you performing it. And same with a cover song. If you wanted to create a cover song or recreate a cover song and submit that, that's a possibility. It could be a rap or spoken word or poem on top of some music, something like that is perfectly acceptable. It could also be a collection of beats. If you can condense, say you've made 10 or 20 beats and you're proud of all of them, you'd have to make sure you select from them and give us no more than 4 minutes worth of beats. And for something like that, I'm guessing you would need to submit an audio file along with screenshots of your project work. Okay? So how to perform or how to prepare for this? Basically, just playing for your friends and family, practicing as much as you can before the actual performance. Maybe if you are making music, share your music with someone else and see if they can give you feedback and just try not to do it all alone is what we're trying to say here. And also, if you are submitting an audio file, there's just another bullet reminding you to submit to show your work. That's really important. So the other part to this audition is an interview that will take place on either January 27th or there's a few other days after that. The registrar, Arlene, will be sending you a note saying when this interview is. It's going to be a 10-minute interview. It'll be live. It'll be in a Google Meet format, and it will be me on the other side of it, perhaps me and someone else. And we'll basically take you through a few questions to get to know you better musically. Um, so what I suggest you do is you take a look at all these questions here and maybe do a Google Doc and just type out some ideas that were, or even bullet points of things that you'd like to talk about when you're asked questions like what got you first interested in music, like what's your first musical memory, those kind of things. So please take a look at these questions and come in not so much prepared with your delivery, but prepared with some ideas of what you might talk about, if that makes sense. Like I don't want you to put too much pressure on yourself to memorize answers. You can even come with a script of answers, as long as they're your answers. That's all I care about. Okay. Um, then finally, there's this one question that's really important, and it's a reminder of what the program is, and that's a combination of productions technology and music. So I am going to ask, what instrument do you want to learn? Because we have a great band program at Eastwood. We want to keep that going, and we also have a great strings program, and we want to keep that going. Same with vocal. You can choose either a stringed instrument, you can choose a concert band instrument, whether it's clarinet, saxophone, trumpet. Um, I can even help during the interview if you're unsure, or it could be a vocal. Maybe you just want to focus on vocal music through your high school grade 9 year. So uh, that question will be asked, and that will be an important one. So maybe do some research and look into some instruments to think about what you might want to play, because that is an important part to this, is developing the musical fundamental skills as a performer is comes hand in hand with music production. Um, yeah, and so as you can tell, we're just looking for people with musical passion. I hope this and musical skill and some creativity. Um, I hope this was a helpful video. If you have any questions, you know how to contact me. My name is Matthew with 2 T's and my last name is Drysdale. That's important. If you're in Gmail, you could just type out Drysdale and you'll see my full name there, and you can just send me an email if you have any questions. I hope this was helpful, like I said earlier, and I wish you all the best, and I also look forward to seeing your video and your work. Take care.